Hello all, this is RevScorp, and I wanted to make this vlog to give everybody an idea of the kind of person that you'll be listening to when you listen to RevScorp's perspective, which is something I came up with so that my wife is always telling me that I need to talk to someone besides her about with my ruling and my ideas and everything else. We don't agree on everything, and I thought that this would be a good way for me to, get out some of the anger and frustration I have with our current society. A little backstory about me is I'm a 40-year-old guy here. I live in the Pacific Northwest. Nobody's life's easy. Mine's been a little rougher than most. I'm, like I said, only 40 years old, but I've had two massive heart attacks. Were about 6 years ago. I was 235 pounds, getting ready to basically finally get my stuff together and get up on a competitive bodybuilding stage. The heart attacks were genetic in nature. There's nothing that I could have done anything about it. I found out later that no one over 50 on my father's side made it past 50 because they all died from either alcoholism or rather massive heart attacks. Luckily, I survived. Most don't. When you do survive something like that, you tend to get complications. With me, a third of my heart doesn't work. I have massive and multiple blockages surrounding my heart. Not to mention the fact that some of the valves have severe regurgitation on them, which means that the blood flow never goes the way it's supposed to. It comes back through and re-enters the chamber. And I was told at the time of my heart attacks that that was the least of my concerns, which is always nice to hear. That and the fact that I probably lost 20 to 30 years off the top of my life. The other severe part of it was the shutting down of the blood flow to my legs. My feet turned black and blue. From the knees down, I have massive varicose veins, and basically my feet are rotting and dying. If my heart doesn't give out on me, then I think it's called it's a type of embolism. Basically, blood clot in the legs, get up into the heart and lungs, and kill you. That's the fun part. So I guess I'm one of these people that gets to live with a gun to their head. And I get to look at, and it will, it gives you a different perspective on life when you've had yours taken from you. But, nobody's perfect. Everybody has rough things in life, and you just need to learn to move on. Since that, about 2 years after the heart attacks, I got down to my lowest point. It's about 170 pounds at 6'1", and it was basically to the point that death was basically knocking at my door and ready to take me. And I had to make the choice either to lie down, give up, and be done with it, and move on, or fight. And I came up with a saying, no retreat, no surrender. I don't give up. I've never been a person that gives up. I've always been a person that fights and fights and fights. Hopefully, you can find some motivation in this so that maybe some of the things in your life aren't quite so bad, and maybe you can, maybe this will help motivate you to achieve the goals that you want in life. But there you go. There's a simple little backstory on me. I can explain it more if you guys would like, if there's call for it from my Scorpionites, which is what I want to call my fan base, because, well, I am a true dork in nature. I hide it very well. My wife had no idea when she married me what kind of dork she was really getting. She thought she was just getting this disciplined bodybuilder. And, out of anyone that's probably had the worst part of this would be my wife. Imagine yourself, you're married, things are going great, and the person you want to spend the rest of your life with, that you think is going to be helping and taking care of you, body pretty much self-destructs. And I know that she lives in fear of a phone call from me saying, I'm having another heart attack. I know that's a fear. Justifiably on her part, too. And more than anything else, I really wish that is something that I could take from her shoulders. The guilt that I deal with tends to usually form mostly around that, and my inability to work tears me up. You know, I was raised to take care of my family, to be a leader, to not be this broken man that's been cast aside by society, because society has turned their back on me. All this crap that you hear, like let's say when you go to Safeway, oh, donate so-and-so for disabilities. You know what? That kind of crap never sees it to the day-and-day guys. It goes to these big corporations and disappears, and then winds up going into these pockets of these people. Please, do not donate to these things. If you're going to donate, know exactly where your money is going and who your money is going to, and help specific people. Don't pay to these organizations, because that's what happens. It goes into this ball and winds up in their pockets, and it never gets to helping people. You'll hear, oh, operational costs and all these other things. Anyways, sorry, getting off a sharp subject. So, basically, we'll move on from that, and we'll talk about the direction of the vids. I want to take and provide daily commentary on what I think of different news stories, different aspects of life, and things of this nature. I'm always willing to take people's input, comments, so please like, subscribe, share, and give me as many ideas as you can, because I will talk about them. I will give you my point of view and try to be as truthful, honest, and back things up with as much information that I can, because when I do talk about things, I do pull all of my quotes straight from the news. I don't believe in making things up with the news stories. Now, when I get into other things, that might change if there's a call for it. And you parents out there, yes, I'm talking to you parents out there that have children with ADHD. If you would like to know what it's like being an adult that's been undiagnosed their whole life and recently diagnosed with severe combined ADHD, please comment, let me know, and I'll give you a perspective. Maybe some of the things that I've dealt with and the way I've had to deal with things will give you an idea on how to help your children to better deal with this disorder, because it is a disorder and it is brutal to live with. The easiest way I can describe it is having someone stand behind you with a remote control and constantly change the channel on your thought process. So it's almost impossible for you to hold one thought. So, once again, it's up to you guys what you want to do. I'm going to post this video. Hopefully, it'll get a great response. I'll make more vlogs if you guys would like. Or I can just do my commentaries. Please bear with me. They're meant to be listened to, not really watched, which you can see from the backgrounds and such that I've been choosing. I'm trying to find something more, but trying to find everything free on the web so that I can do this, because we do not have the budget. Makes things somewhat difficult. So if you guys have any ideas on how I can make things better, audio, visually, anything like that, please leave a comment. And once again, please like, subscribe, and share so that I can get this out there and I can try to help motivate and educate. Once again, thank you. This is RevScorp for RevScorp's Perspective, and I'll see you guys soon.